حياكم الله متدربين الأعزاء. We come back in the second part of our lecture for today, and we have here a conversation between two people, one from London and one from Paris. And the Paris and London is the famous capitals in Europe continent, في قارة أوروبا. So we are here the conversation. So I want you to focus on uses the comparative between the two capitals, London and Paris. I mean, bigger than, smaller, more romantic, better, and either one of these comparative is have a subject or have a basic of a grammatical. يعني كل واحدة من ذني تمثل قاعدة نحوية، ولذلك اجن بطرق مختلفة. So let us first of all listen to that conversation in the type script here.
Tape script 9.2. Which do you prefer, London or Paris?
Well, I'm from Paris, so of course I love Paris.
London's a lot bigger than Paris.
It's true, Paris is much smaller, but it's more romantic.
Yes, this is what people say.
And the food is better.
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Thank you for listening. And as we watch in the video, in the previous lecture, we found that when CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant, CVC، عندما يأتي حرف العلة بين صوتين صحيحين big، نضاعف عند إضافة ER نضاعف الحرف الأخير، so it's become bigger than. And we have here that small is coming at the end of the word here. Small at end with the E, with a vowel E. So just add R to the end of the adjective to become smaller. And here the romantic, that the adjective romantic is coming with more than one syllable. And how we can know that it is more than one syllable؟ كيف نعرف إنه هاي الصفة تملك أكثر من مقطع صوتي؟ يعني الطريقة الأفضل والأمثل look for the vowels in the word. So يعني إيش قد عندك فاول هنا هو يمثل عدد المقاطع الصوتية. ما علينا بالدثون، الدثون يعتبر اللي هي صوتين علة يعتبر صوت واحد. فlook for the romantic 3 syllables here. When we cutting the description for the word romantic, we found the 3 vowels here and the 3 syllables for the word. So if we have 3 syllables or 2 syllables, we add more before the adjective when we compare between the 2 subjects. Yes, this is better is the another basic grammatical. Better is we have some word is not grammatical, like add er or more, like good. ما تصير gooder or more good، تصير better. And bad تصير worse، the worst، الأسوأ. So the better and worse is not concerning or is not under the law of this grammatical basic، يعني ليست تحت قانون هذه القاعدة. مثل ما قلنا مسبقا انه الجرامر اللي يأتي في اللون الازرق وهو القاعدة النحوية او اللي نسميها جرامر سبوت or grammatical basic، القاعدة النحوية. The first one regular comparative adjectives add ER، واللي هي درجات المقارنة القياسية، واللي نضيف ER or more. Write the comparative form. For example, big, bigger, romantic, more romantic, small, smaller. Sorry, small is not end with the E. I'm sorry about that. What are the rule when do we add ER or when do we use more? So بما ان الجي هنا قبلها حرف علة وقعت بين حرفين صحيحين او صوتين صحيحين، لذلك نضاعف الآخر الحرف الصحيح ونضيف ER. أما رومانتيك فتتكون من أكثر من syllable، one syllable. It has 3 syllables, so we have add more romantic. Small is 1 syllable and with the consonant, so we add ER, just ER. What are the rules? So the second, some adjectives are irregular, like good, better, bad, worse. Here the grammatical base or grammar sboot for the add ER or more, or for the regular and irregular. Here in practice number 2, what is the comparative form of the adjectives in the books? And we have here the books, and we have here the adjectives. So tall is become taller. Tall for note، يعني للملاحظة انه tall تصف الاشياء او التي تنمو قابلة للنمو، like وهي الاسماء وهي الانسان او الحيوان او النبات. هذه الاشياء او الكائنات قابلة للنمو. لذلك عندما نقارن بين طول الاشياء اللي ذكرناها مثل الانسان والحيوان اجلكم الله، كذلك النبات، بما انه ذني قابلات للنمو نستخدم tall، درجة المقارنة taller، tall وهي taller طول أطول، وهي درجة المقارنة التي تستعمل مع الأشياء التي تنمو. أما كذلك نستعملها مع البنايات. This building is taller than that. هذه البناية أطول من تلك. بينما نستخدم مع الجدران، مع الأشياء الثانوية الغير قابلة للنمو، مع الجبال higher، أعلى. مع الجدران، مع البنايات مع الجبال، مع الجدران، مع أي شيء آخر غير قابل للنمو نستخدم higher. Look for expensive, and expensive here is to contain or have more than 1 syllable. It has 3 syllables. Expensive, 3 syllables. So we add here more expensive because it has 3 syllables. Hot, it contains of 1 syllable, and it CVC اللي هي حرف صحيح صوت صحيح وفاول صوت صحيح. لذلك نضاعف حرف التي ونضيف ER. cheap cheaper because الديفثونج صوتين علة أو حرفين علة، لا نضاعف الحرف الأخير و directly add ER. nice nicer. wet نضاعف التي wetter اللي هي مبلل. warm warmer add ER just ER. cold colder. polite just R. beautiful more beautiful. polite more polite, sorry, because it has two syllables. more polite. bad worse. good better. Here in practice number 3, look at the pictures of London and Paris. Here the pictures of London and Paris. And we have here compare the two cities. قارن بين المدينتين. Use I think. أنا أعتقد. Okay? I think. And the adjectives from exercise number 2, which is exercise number 2 we have here in the books. Here exercise number 2 اللي هي adjectives tall, expensive, hot, cheap, nice, wet, warm, cold, polite, beautiful, bad and good. These adjectives is uses in this practice. Okay, so this adjectives is used in this practice, and this practice is your homework. That is your homework to compare between two cities, London and Paris. But I think the people in London is polite more than Paris. Is more polite than Paris. And London is more clean, or is more, yes, is more clean, or is cleaner than Paris. لذلك الناس في باريس يمتازون بالعنصرية، والناس حقيقة هاربة من باريس، يعني إلى مدينة نيس وكذا المدن الفرنسية. وباريس is not clean، يعني ليست من المدن النظيفة جدا. But Paris is romantic. And we have here استخدموها في هذا التمرين اللي هو عبارة عن your homework. And this is the picture, and now here in TypeScript number 9.4, listen to Rob. هذا Rob who is bald and thin an Englishman، هو رجل إنجليزي who lives الذي يعيش and works in Paris، يعيش ويعمل في باريس، وهو اللي قاعد يتكلم عن هاي الأشياء. is different between, is make compare between the two cities, Paris and London. So let us listen to the TypeScript, what he said in it.
TypeScript 9.4.
Well, I like both London and Paris, but they're very different cities. Take transport, for example. The metro is cheaper and easier to use than the underground. And the weather, well, Paris is certainly hotter than London. And Paris, in fact, is wetter than London. But in London, there are more wet days. What about the buildings? Well, people say that the architecture in Paris is more beautiful, but the buildings in London are more interesting. And living in the two cities, well, life is faster in London. And the people? Londoners are generally more polite than Parisians. People in London work harder and they earn more. In Paris, having a good time is more important.
Thank you for listening, and I want you to read more and more to that about that subject, comparative and superlative, because it is maybe coming in your final examination. Thank you again. See you.